Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here and today it is time for me to go back into the FIFA 17 ratings predictions file and bring you today former Barclays Premier League champions Chelsea, who of course had a miserable season last year. Now obviously they finished 10th in the Barclays Premier League, so you guys I'm sure are wondering where Stoke are, but a lot of you guys, again like the West Ham and Liverpool situation, were calling for me to do Chelsea instead of Stoke. So we're doing Chelsea and then we'll go back to Stoke afterwards. But you guys, again, the reception on this series has been mega, so thank you guys for that. If we could hit 100 likes on this video, that would be massively appreciated. We've got a lot of players though to go through, given the amount of players that Chelsea actually have on their books. A lot of the youngsters as well, though I won't go with players that I know either have left the club or are going away on loan. You guys don't know the story by now. We're going to go through the starting 11 players, or the starting 11 as it was sort of last season. Then we'll have a comparison of what I've predicted the team to be and how it was at the start of FIFA 16. And then I'll show you some of the sort of bench players, the reserve players, and some of the younger players as well as new signings. However, I won't be showing you N'Golo Kante because I already did his prediction with Leicester before he made the transfer to Chelsea, so he's not going to be in this video. If you want to see what I predicted him, then go and check out the Leicester one, although it's wildly ambitious, even in my opinion as well, so take it with a pinch of salt, as it was my first attempt at doing FIFA 17 ratings predictions. But we should get into this video now, and we're going to of course start with the goalkeeper. And you guys, you Chelsea fans, you should be prepared for a lot of downgrades, and I don't think I'm going to be the only person who's saying that. And first of all, we're starting off with Thibaut Courtois, the first of the downgrades. Only -1 for him, 86 to 85. Now, I realise Thibaut Courtois is still obviously a very, very good goalkeeper, but I think he got, did he get sent off 3 times this season? He was very much outperformed by the likes of Hugo Lloris and David De Gea, who he's sort of regarded alongside in terms of Barclays Premier League goalkeepers. So I have given him the downgrade, nothing ridiculous because he didn't have an appalling season like some other Chelsea players, but he wasn't really at the races, especially when Jose Mourinho was in charge, although I'm guessing he got a little bit better towards the end of the season. Of course, he did have that injury as well. That's another reason why I haven't gone over the top with a downgrade. That's why Asmir Begovic was in the side for quite a bit of the season. But yeah, a -1 downgrade then for Courtois, but potential still of 90. That's the potential that he has on FIFA 16, so I've left that the same. So -1 for Courtois and potential of 90. After that, we've got someone who's traditionally a centre-back, but has been playing as a right-back, and I think Chelsea fans are really crying out for him to go back to being a centre-back. This is Branislav Ivanovic, who was keeping Azpilicueta from being in his traditional position. It doesn't seem to be working. Ivanovic had a really poor season last year. He was 80 at the start of FIFA 16. I had downgraded him by 1. I'm sure some Chelsea fans will be even more harsh than that. So -1 from 80 to 79. His potential is obviously going to stay at 79 as well, because he's in his 30s. But again, if you guys have any qualms, any issues with some of the predictions that I give, then drop your thoughts in the comment section. Any disagreements or whatever you might think that Ivanovic only deserves like 77 or 78, that's absolutely fine, but just drop it nicely in the comment section. But I have gone for the -1 downgrade for Ivanovic, much like Courtois. After that, though, it's a welcomed upgrade, and it's Kurt Zouma. I don't feel as if I've gone over the top. I know a lot of people do rate Kurt Zouma very highly. He was 77 at the start of FIFA 16. I have given him a +4 upgrade to 81. That is bearing in mind that he got a +2 upgrade in January to 79, so I've given him a further 2 in terms of an upgrade, and also the potential of 88. Now, I do realise Kurt Zouma suffered a very nasty knee injury in the second half of the season. That's why I haven't gone completely over the top, but he was a very solid centre-back. He wasn't, immune to mistakes. Chelsea fans will tell you that he was the reason for some of the goals they did concede in the second half of the season, or the first half of the season, sorry. But he has been very solid and definitely their best centre-back, in my opinion, throughout the season when he was actually playing. So I've given him the +4 upgrade from 77 to 81. After that, we've got John Terry. Now, this is a controversial one because this isn't necessarily a rating I think he should get. This is a rating that I think he will get. I'm sort of putting my EA mindset on here. They love giving downgrades to aging players, and that's what has really influenced this rating that I'm predicting. I've given him a -2 downgrade from 85 to 83, and then a potential to stay, of course, 83 because he's well into his 30s now. And really, I would have given him a -1 downgrade given his performance this season. But the other one, in terms of a downgrade, is because of his age. EA love to give downgrades to aging players, as I said a moment ago. So that's why I think they'll drop him to at least maximum 83, if not potentially 82, although I think that would be very harsh. So a 2 in terms of a downgrade for Terry, and then of course 83 potential. After that is Azpilicueta, the only man in terms of the first 11 that I'm actually going to leave the same. 82, he was at the start of FIFA 16. I've left him at 82. He's playing in an unnatural position. He's a right back by trade, playing at left back, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he had a pretty decent season as well anyway, from what I could tell, although I didn't watch him massively, so again, people might disagree with that. But from what I saw, it didn't seem horrendous. Potential of 84 as well, that's the same potential that he's got on FIFA 16, so I've literally left Azpilicueta the absolute same. After that, we've got Nemanja Matic, the defensive midfielder, the man who's probably under threat when it comes to his starting 11 position, given the signing of N'Golo Kanté. Matic was 84 at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him a -1 downgrade to 83 because he's already had that downgrade on FIFA 16 in terms of offline. He's already been bumped down from 84 to 83, so I doubt they're going to give him an upgrade back to 84, or downgrade him any further, in my opinion. So I've left him at 83 in terms of the offline squads, but that is a -1 downgrade in terms of Ultimate Team. I had, though, given him the potential to rise back up to 84, because I think he's sort of mid-20, no, sort of like 24, I think 25, something along the lines of that. So yeah, Nemanja Matic then, downgrade of 1 for him and a potential of 84. After that, we've got Cesc Fabregas, decent chunk of a downgrade for him. He had a really, really poor season, apart from when he turned up at Bournemouth and got like a hat-trick of assists. Apart from that, he was very, very poor all season. Chelsea fans will probably tell you that. He was 87 at the start of FIFA 16, given him a -2 downgrade to 85, and the potential to stay at 85 as well, because again, I think he's in his 30s, isn't he? Yeah. So downgrade of 2 from 87 to 85 for Cesc Fabregas, who had a very below par season. After that, someone who really shone, even when Chelsea were really in the doldrums, and this is Willian, the right midfielder. He was 82 at the start of FIFA 16. I have given him an upgrade of 2 to 84, and the potential to grow by 1 further in FIFA 17 career mode, to 85. Hopefully he gets a lot higher free kick accuracy and curve as well. That'd be quite nice, given the amount of free kicks he was scoring this season. But yeah, +2 for Willian, who was really the standout performer when Chelsea were almost looking as if they could actually potentially get relegated. He was looking really good, scoring some nice goals as well. Performed pretty much all the way through the season, but haven't gone too over the top with him. So +2 upgrade to 84. After that, it's someone in the other direction. It's Eden Hazard. Now, this is a difficult one, because we all know Eden Hazard is such an incredible footballer. On top of his game, he's probably top 4 in the world, top 5 in the world. But he was appalling last season. There's no beating around the bush. I haven't given him a ridiculous like -4 downgrade or -3 downgrade, because he actually did turn up in the last 5 BPL games of the season, scoring a wonderful goal against Liverpool, played well against Bournemouth, obviously won Leicester the title by scoring against Tottenham. So at the end of the season, he did look like his usual best and performed pretty well in the Euros as well. I've still given him that -2 downgrade, giving him the benefit of the doubt of that injury that he had in the middle of the season as well, from 89 to 87 after, by his own standards, a miserable season. And then 90 potential, which is the same potential that he has on FIFA 16. After that is Pedro, the ex-Barcelona winger. He was 83 at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him a downgrade of 1. Looked pretty solid when he first came into the side. Actually scored a few goals within his first few matches, I think, at the club, from what I can remember. But then, I don't know, he didn't really shine, I guess. A lot of people on Foothead and So FIFA were saying that he should be getting downgraded even more. I don't know why. That must be something that I'm not, privy to, but whatever. I've given him a downgrade of 1 from 83, though, to 82, and the potential to grow back by 1 to 83. And then finally, in terms of the starting 11 players, we've got Diego Costa, who is another player who had a poor season by his own standards, but not enough to, get a ridiculous downgrade. I mean, he still scored 12 Barclays Premier League goals. It's not bad. It's not his dizzying heights of the season before, but it's alright, it's not like he scored 3 goals across the whole season. So I've downgraded him by 1 to 84, from 85 to 84, and then given the potential again to rise back up by 1 to 85. But yeah, pretty poor season. Giving him a pace downgrade, although I think I'm still being a bit generous, having seen him out on the pitch. Nevertheless, so that is the end of the starting 11 predictions. In the background, you can see the squad as I've predicted it. A lot of downgrades, realistically, across the whole squad, but of course upgrades for Zuma and also Willian. And now you're seeing the comparison to how the squad was at the start of FIFA 16. Obviously, a lot better coming off the back of a title win. But coming off the back of 9th place, it's obviously a lot more difficult to maintain those very high ratings. Now though, it is time to move on to sort of the bench reserve players, maybe players who didn't play as much throughout the season, although there was quite a lot of chopping and changing throughout the squad, Chelsea, so some of these players might have actually played a crap ton of games throughout the season. But nevertheless, the first of which we have got Asmir Begovic, the Bosnian goalkeeper, who, from what I can remember, was pretty damn solid when he came in to replace either the suspended Courtois or the injured Courtois during the periods where the Belgian wasn't able to play. I remember him playing against Manchester City and having an all-out war against Sergio Aguero in the first half an hour, which he won until Aguero then scored. But he looked fantastic in that game. Had a pretty decent season in terms of the games that he played. He's always been a solid goalkeeper. After that, we got Gary Cahill, who by his own admission probably will tell you had a pretty poor season as well. Though I think he was actually used as a bit of a scapegoat a lot of the time by Chelsea fans. He did obviously have a bad season, that's why I've still downgraded him from 83 to 82. But I don't think he was quite the cause of all the goals that Chelsea conceded as it seemed to be from certain Chelsea fans. But still a downgrade for him after a fairly poor season, not a diabolical season, but a pretty poor one. And I've left him, as in terms of potential-wise, 82 as well. So a downgrade then for Gary Cahill. After that, we've got Matt Miazga, who I've given 72. I think he's 72 in terms of the latest update on FIFA 16 as well. He was 66 overall at the start of FIFA 16. That's a +6 upgrade technically from the start of the last game, although I don't think I've upgraded him from his most recent update on the actual FIFA 16 game. He had like 86 potential. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know what he did to deserve that much of a high potential in America. Maybe he played really well, I don't know. I have dropped his potential a little bit. It is still pretty high. I've given him a potential of 84 and a starting overall of 72 because I don't see EA dropping him down from what he is at the moment in terms of the recent updates. After that, we have got Baba Rahman, the left back, or Rahman, sorry, from Ghana, who Chelsea, of course, signed from Augsburg at the start of the season, I think. He was 78 at the start of the game. Yes, it was at the start of the season. He was 78, though, at the start of the game. I have left him at 78 with the potential as well to grow to 85 because, of course, he looks like a very promising player. After that, we've got Oscar, who looked like a very, well, I mean, he had been a very solid player for Chelsea the majority of the time, but last season he had a really poor season. I've given him a -2 downgrade from 84 to 82. Because again, I think that's actually the overall that he has on the most recent update already. So I think that's what EA are planning to give him anyway. So it's sort of based off that. I've given him the potential though to grow by 3 in career mode, so back up to 85, but that initial overall downgrade of 2 then for Oscar. After that, we start to move on to the younger players. We've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek first of all, who was 63 overall at the start of FIFA 16. He's still only 66 on the most recent update, which is an absolute crime in my opinion. I've given him a +10 upgrade overall from 63 at the start of the game to 73, and the potential to grow to 86. He was really doing well in terms of the starting 11 actually towards the end of the season for Chelsea, and he looks a very good passer of the ball, a good dribbler of the ball as well, very promising player. Hence, I've given him 86 potential. After that, we've got Charlie Muzonda, who really starred, not for Chelsea though actually, whilst out on loan at Real Betis last season. He was 60 overall and a bronze at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him the prediction, of 72 overall, and also the potential of 86, much like Ruben Loftus-Cheek before him. He's also got 5-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves as well on the game, so if he keeps that for next FIFA, he's going to be a very, very valuable card indeed. So 72, that's a +12 upgrade from the start of FIFA 16. After that, we've got Kennedy, the young Brazilian winger who can basically play in a lot of positions. He's been playing as a left-back recently as well as up front. I've given him the prediction of 73. He was 62 overall at the start of FIFA 16, which means that's a +11 upgrade for him, and then 84 potential, because he looks promising. I don't know if he's as promising, though, as Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We'll have to find out when he gets some more game time, hopefully for him this season. After that, we've got John Obi Mikel, a pretty boring one, really. He was 77 at the start of FIFA 16. I have left him at 77 with the potential to stay at 77 because he's a slightly aging player. After that, we got a new signing finally, Michy Batshuayi, who was 78 at the start of FIFA 16. I've given the prediction for FIFA 17 of 80, so that's a +2 upgrade overall, though I think he did have a January upgrade to 79, so it's only a +1 upgrade if you count it from January, and the potential to get to 85, a Euros goal scorer obviously this summer for Belgium. Looks like a very promising player. He's already been called the new Didier Drogba, mainly because I think of where he came from, being Marseille, as opposed to him actually being a similar type of player. But yeah, that's 80 in terms of an overall and an 85 potential. Loic Remy, who didn't really get much of a look in last season, given him a downgrade from 81 to 80 and the potential to stay at 80 as well. And then finally we've got Bertrand Traore, who was 74 and a silver at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him a +1 upgrade to being a gold card and 75 overall, because I think 74 was pretty fair actually for last season, unlike the likes of Loftus-Cheek and Kennedy. And then potential of 84, so that's the potential to grow by 9 in career mode and a +1 upgrade overall in terms of starting a tribute. Nevertheless, that is basically it then in terms of the predictions. Again, no Kante because I actually predicted him in the Leicester video. If you've got any qualms or disagreements though, drop them in the comments section and let me know what you think the ratings for the players should be or what you think they will be for FIFA 17. If you have enjoyed the video though, feel free to hit the likes button, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Nah, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex in the girl, nah, that's not me. Lips in the girl, nah, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put